These two teams have met twice. January 26th, Whitby came away with a 1-goal win, and on March 16th, it was the Six Nations Snipers winning 17-12. So should be a good one here today. We'll set the stage. The coaches first for the Snipers. Stu Montour is the head coach. Race Weiss and Jason Johnson are the assistants. And for the Steelhawks, Gavin Prout is the head coach. Brad MacArthur, the GM and assistant head coach. Chad Culp and Ryan McMichael. Officials for today's game, it's Mohad Ershad, Mike Sullivan, and the crew chief is John Watson. So we are just about to get underway here for game one of our triple header. And players to watch, of course, Wayne Van Every for the Snipers led the team with 65 points, including 25 goals. And on the other side, Austin Murphy, who is the leader in points and goals scored. So in the draw circle, it'll be Riley Johnson and Patrick McCrory. And we expect that battle to rage throughout the quarter. And a procedure called early in this one will give the ball to the Steelhawks. Again, very close in the standings, these two teams finishing up. We expect a good game here today, as right off the bat it's a crease call and a turnover will give Six Nations their first possession of the game. And Lomas will leg it over the timeline and look to go to work on the left side. Quick bounce shot goes off the top, and that will turn it over the other way. Steelhawks will bring it over and set it up. Chris Bouchy will set things up. Murphy at the top. Working over on the left side crease. Good move, but Warren Hill, the starting goaltender for the Snipers, makes that one look easy, as at the other end here it's Lucas Coote that will get the call for the Steelhawks. And right off the bat, Snipers get a good opportunity there, and looks like the shirt grab on Luke Laskowicz as he again goes to work on that right side. Good quick pass off the post. So a good opportunity for Wayne Hill, not able to beat the post, and now Wayne Van Every will set things up. He'll find Craig Point. Point working on the left side. They swing it back to the top. Keep an eye on 18, Roger Weiss. Big shot, and that's wide. So the nation's featuring some of the best shooters in the Arena Lacrosse League in Craig Point and Roger Weiss. And it'll be the Steelhawks that have the first power play of this quarterfinal. So they'll set things up with Austin Murphy on the right shooter. Cam Milligan's at the top. He's the quarterback. And Cody McMahon on the left shooter. That sidearm stopped by Hill. Snipers are going to come away with it, but there's a double team. Going to have to lug that out. Not a good carom off the boards. So Braden Hill struggled just a bit to get it out, couldn't, and the Steelhawks now will set things up. Minute 25 to go here in the penalty. Dump it down to the crease, looking for the quick stick. Sidearm from the top, finds the mark. So Cam Milligan opens the scoring for the Steelhawks, and they lead this one 1-0. So Johnson and McQuarrie doing battle one more time. Ball remains loose. Snipers scoop it up and lose it. And good work defensively to recover, as Lomas will get it and send away Vern Hill. Hill shaking and baking, keep an eye out. Very elusive, tough guy to pin down. Don't let his size and stature fool you with golden hands, as there'll be another delayed penalty, this time to the Steelhawks. Snipers trying to work the skip pass. Hill goes to the bench and for the extra attacker, but shot clock winding down, tried to quick stick on the crease. Didn't work, and the Snipers will go to work on the power play. So Corey Upshaw, guilty of holding, and he'll spend 2 minutes in the box, and the Snipers will get their first power play on the go with Roger Weiss at the top, Lomas at the left shooter. Big overhand, that goes wide, and they're going to call violation, so no reset. And the Steelhawks now are going to get their penalty kill unit out there and try to work some time off the clock. Minute 42 left in the penalty. Murphy waiting for a screen. Got one-on-one. Tough to handle, has a good fake, and a sidearm goes wide, and that goes into the Nation bench. Possession, Snipers. So with a minute 20 to go in the power play, Craig Point will kick things off, and he'll work with Lomas and Weiss, as well as Laskowitz. Weiss through the middle, bounce shot wide, didn't touch any of the rafters, got a reset, so a fresh clock for the Nation. Van Every, back to Point, back to the top to Lomas. Lomas underhand, stopped by Coote. Coote waits and goes to the sidearm, and it'll go the distance for Jordy Jones-Smith, but end up at his counterpart in Wayne Hill. One skip pass the length of the court, 3-on-2, no look down to Point. Couldn't handle it as it was broken up by the D. Double team as Jones-Smith gets out of it. Good speed with 23 seconds to go in the penalty. 1-0 to score right now in favor of the Steelhawks with 10:20 to go here in the opening quarter. Murphy has his pass knocked down, bats it to a teammate as they've got 6 on the shot clock. Running sidearm goes wide, and the Nation scoop it up. Vern Hill, he'll move it up to Van Every. Wayne Van Every to Laskowitz. Weiss had a notion, couldn't pull it back. Danton Miller working with 8 on the shot clock as crease is called. And things getting a little testy. No call there as Wayne Van Every and Brandon Turner mixing it up just a bit. And keep an eye out for number 74, Travis Zabalks, one of the leading offensive players for the Steelhawks. Good move there as Jake Kranz goes down, blows a tire. Underhand stopped by Warren Hill. And he will find it and send his team up the other way. Tyler Woodman in transition. He will remain on offense and give it off to Dan Lomas. Lomas using the speed, curls out, dumps it back up. Ball remains loose, 15 on the shot clock. Lomas recovers, curling around, takes a shot on the run, over the net, and it will be the Steelhawks that bring it back the other way. Garrett Lewis looking down low for his pass. Not able to handle it, and Nation come away with it. In transition, Riley Johnson. Kick pass looking for Vern Hill, couldn't find him. But a good job digging in the corner was Dan Weiss, and he ends up throwing that away, and the Steelhawks will get possession with 8:33 to go in the opening quarter. Steelhawks working around, 5 aside, leading by a goal. Backhand pass goes off of Alex Martin. Running out of time, quick shot down to the right crease, and they're going to call possession to Whitby. And they'll get a fresh clock to work with 8:10 to go here in the first. Zabalk setting a screen, kicked over to the left side. Back to Murphy. Murphy looking for an opening. Big overhand bounce, goes off the rafters, and it'll be possession Nations. Vern Hill will dump it off and retreat to the bench. And Danton Miller will wait for the attack, and They'll move it around the horn. Deep in the corner is Roger Weiss. Skip pass and a curl and a run with all day to go in, but a big save from Coot on Laskowitz. So goaltending has been outstanding here in the first quarter, as we've seen just one goal here. As that pass stopped again by Warren Hill. His quick outlet will find Woodman, and he will wait for the offensive troops. Lomas. Swung around, working on the right side. And that's going to be an interference call, as we are going to have ourselves a TV timeout. So back to action here after our officials' timeout, as Dan Lomas with Jordy Jones-Smith shading him, working on that right side as they swing it around. Lomas looking for a screen, uses his speed, ducks in, curls out. Kicks it back out to Weiss. Weiss will swing it around. Good defense and a cutting Weiss, stopped by Coot. And Jones-Smith will take it back over the timeline, and the Steelhawks have numbers. Looking for the trailer, picked off by Lomas. And his quick pass goes awry, and Whitby will scoop it up and bring it back the other way. Good defense from Dylan Hutchinson. And it will be Garrett Lewis that will leg it over, and they'll find Zabalks. Zabalks, big shot, didn't have an opening. Again, looking for that screen, working outside, backhand, point blank, stopped by Warren Hill. 6 minutes to go here in the opening quarter, 1-0 in favor of the Steelhawks. Wayne Van Every working down on the left side, and he will kick it back out to Wayne Hill, and that's going to be an illegal screen. Call already made, and it will go the other way to Whitby. Not sure why the Whitby coaching staff, I guess they wanted a penalty call on the play, but they got possession instead. Tyler Albrecht will give it off and retreat to the bench. Boshi looking to work the give and go. Didn't work. Vern Hill scoops it up and headman right away to Woodman. Woodman's shot wide. And Whitby will scoop up that loose ball and move it on up into the offensive end. Austin Murphy. Still waiting for him to get on track here, as he has been stymied up to this point. Still early, though, with 15 on the shot clock and 5 minutes left in the first. Murphy dumps it off. Big save from Warren Hill. Another big save from Warren Hill. So outstanding from point-blank range is Warren Hill between the pipes, and it'll be Wayne Van Every now to bring it up, working one-on-one. Dumps it down behind the net. Kick it back up to the top, and Roger Weiss, he'll swing it over to Van Every. Every swim move, quick shot, just couldn't find the short side as Coop closed it up just in time. Van Every forechecking, but they move it up. Outstanding job by Curtis Conley, and Murphy with a quick underhand. Warren Hill got enough of that to keep it out of the net, and they'll get a fresh clock. Steelhawks will go back to work. Murphy will wait for the rest of his troops as the offensive attack will go to work. 4:05 to go here, opening quarter. Swing pass down to the left side. That's knocked down, and a tricky one, but handled by Hill, as he will outlet and send away Dan Weiss, who will flip it to Lomas. Lomas gets a screen from Danton Miller. They swing it around to the right side. And that pass looking for Lomas in close. Good hands, though, from Miller. But his bad pass is picked off. Transition for the Steelhawks. Going hard. Big shot is wide. So on the run, it was Tyler Albrecht, not able to find any part of the net, and the Snipers will go to work on offense with 3:27 to go here in the first. Swinging around the horn on the right side, looking for the curl, was Laskowicz. Good skip pass, shot from way out, stopped by Coote. Can't corral the rebound, but he gets some backup. And Lomas in there forechecking and wreaking havoc as he comes away with it. So some good work from Dan Lomas as he will give his team a fresh clock. Cecil Montour, the big man, comes in and he will work that right side. Laskowicz ducks the check, looks to bounce that one, but Coote said close the 5-hole, and the Steelhawks will move it up. Lewis looking down low, and a big finish from Cody McMahon. And the Steelhawks lead this one now 2-0. So Garrett Lewis to McMahon for the finish, and right off the draw, it's Murphy going to work. Wrong stick side, try to pocket it on the far side. Difficult to do when you're not on your right side in this sport, and it will be Six Nations ball. Vern Hill moving on up. Snipers trailing by 2. Van Every pulls it out of a crowd. I apologize, not Van Every. That was Laskowicz. Vern Hill digging behind the net. Wayne Van Every there too. Got a stick on it. Roger Weiss came flying in looking to slow up Albrecht, and his shot is stopped. And Van Every now working at the offensive end, and that's awfully quick change. No call on the play. Numbers for the Steelhawks. Tried to dump it down low, picked off by Vern Hill. Head-manned up to Woodman. And it's going to be Van Every. Van Every was going to pull that trigger, lost it, and he'll remain in the offensive end, trot his way back as the transition defense is there for the Snipers. Minute 28 to go here, opening quarter. Steelhawks with a 2-0 lead. And they'll work it around at the top as a broken stick remains on the carpet as that skip pass goes awry and off the rafters. And the Nation will go to work now with a minute 15. Headman up to Woodman. Tyler Woodman working one-on-one. Good defense from Jones Smith. On the run, Craig Point, rebound. Tried to hockey that in, stopped by Coote. Crease ball, and it'll be Whitby that'll bring it back the other way with a minute to go here in the opening quarter. Boshi will work some clock as that long shot stopped by Hill, and the Nation will move it up. Riley Johnson in transition, hesitates, gives it off to Van Every, and Van Every draws a penalty as Hill's going to move out. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Big shot from Roger Weiss. Finds the corner, and the Snipers are on the board now. They trail 2-1. So with 25 seconds to go here in the first, off the draw, Murphy tried to tuck it in. Good footwork, and it's going to be Vern Hill going to leg it up. 15 seconds to go in the quarter. He's going to wait from him. They're going to try to work this last possession. Van Every working the left side. Weiss had a notion, and that underhand goes off the rafters with 2.1 to go here in the quarter, and the Nation's net empty as it's moved down. Underhand, missed the mark. So we've played 15 minutes here in quarterfinal number 1, and it's the Steelhawks 2 and the Snipers 1. All set now for the second quarter with the Steelhawks leading 2-1, and a procedure call is going to, so there could be some conflicting calls from crew chief John Watson and Mohammed Ershad, and it's about getting the call right. And it looks like Mike Sullivan's going to step in and give Watson another point of view. Either way, not going to change. It's going to be Six Nation ball here as They go to work now on offense. Luke Laskowitz working down on the right side, curling around, dumps it down low. Craig Point looking for that corner. Got checked into the crease, knocked the net off, and it's going to be Whitby ball going the other way. Steelhawks will leg it up and over the timeline. And they will set their offense up with Cody McMahon. McMahon has one of the Steelhawks' 2 goals. As the Bulks working on that side. Quick shot goes wide of the mark. And a long shot from Milligan. Sorry, said Zabalks, but it's Milligan. And the Snipers now will move it on up. Cecil Montour getting harassed, dumps it off to Woodman. Woodman now will shoot it down to the left crease in Van Every. He'll wait for Weiss to come on out, and they'll swing it over to Laskowicz over on the right side. Laskowicz pass, loses it, and that's going to be too many men on the floor. So Alex Martin will serve the 2-minute minor, and the Steelhawks will go back to work on the power play with Milligan out there, along with McMahon, and it's going to be the Nation to come away with it in transition with numbers. Dump it off, and had Lomas coming out of the back door, but he wasn't able to corral the low pass, and the Steelhawks now will move it up. They've got numbers, thinking better of it though, and curling away was Boshi. And they'll get it back to the top and work it around the horn and give everyone a touch. Milligan, sidearm wide. Karam scooped up by Warren Hill, and he will make a tough pass, but Vern Hill with good hands, he will flip that up. That's going to go right back to the Steelhawks, though, with just over a minute to go in the power play. Garrett Lewis legs it over, and he will dump it off. And it'll be McMahon now. Has an opening, goes to the overhand, wide of the net. They will scoop the rebound, no reset, 10 on the shot clock. Backhand pass down low. Can't get that over big Warren Hill, makes a stop, fresh 30 though, with 40 to go in the penalty. Kick back to the top. Milligan's backhand pass, wide of the mark. Rebound Corral, Jake Kranz playing good defense and forcing the turnover. And the Nation now will leg it over the timeline and work some clock in Kessler Doolittle. Kessler Doolittle pulls that one out of his back pocket, goes to the one-handed underhand, and we're all tied 2-2. Back at it here in a 2-2 game with 15 seconds left in the power play, and that's going to definitely be a check-in from behind penalty. It looks like Riley Johnson limped off on his own power with a bit of assistance, and it's going to be a 2-minute check-in from behind penalty to McCrory. And it's going to be 4-on-4 for another 3 seconds when the Nation's penalty is over now, and they'll go to work on the power play, tied at 2. Minute 38 to go, swing pass off the crossbar. So Van Every managed to beat Coot, couldn't beat the iron, but a fresh 30 for the Snipers. Backhand pass to Lomas. Working the left side, Weiss, quick pass across, swing back to the top in Laskowicz. Laskowicz to Weiss, Weiss to Lomas. Lomas underhand corner. Dan Lomas with a big finish, right spot, and it's 3-2 for the Nation. So the Snipers on a bit of a run here after trailing by 1. They're now leading by 1, and we all know in this league discipline a factor, as Vern Hill with good hands has an opening, goes to the bounce shot, low, far corner, and he finishes, and it's 4-2 for the Snipers. Well, discipline definitely a factor here. If you spend time in the box and give either of these two teams an extra man, they are going to capitalize as the Steelhawks now come away 2-on-1, dump it down low and off the post. So Warren Hill closes the door right there on Cody McMahon, and he gives the nation the possession. 5 aside. Ian Martin in transition, dumps it off to Van Every. Van Every across to Laskowicz. Laskowicz looking for an opening. Dancing in and out, back to the top, swings it Lomas, overhand, had it blocked. It'll go off the back wall, and the Snipers complaining that it was tipped. I saw it go stick to stick, and Whitby now with possession trailing by 2. So if you're Gavin Prout, you certainly would like to see your team wake up just a bit. So a big shot there from Milligan, and a quick transition. Snipers go to work, good fake, looking far side, short side, but Lucas Coote, a good job to thwart that attempt, and the Steelhawks now go back on offense. Right out of that bench, goes off the post. So a cannon of a shot from Boshi. Just a bit off, and going to work now is Dylan Hutchinson. Again, and this time it's Boshi making good. Off just a little in his first attempt, makes good the second, and we've got a 4-3 game. So in the circle, Cecil Montour and Patrick McCrory. And Montour with the violation will give the ball to the Steelhawks as they've closed the gap now to 1. 9:40 to go here, second quarter. Good dump on the screen and rolling for Murphy. Zabalks picks that up, can't beat Hill. And a fresh 30 now for the Steelhawks. Big shot from Murphy right on the logo of Hill, and the Snipers will bring it back over the timeline in Tyler Woodman. Laskowicz dancing around, curls out, kicks at the point. Point, got a screen, flipped the backhand to Roger Weiss. Ball still loose, scooped up by the Steelhawks. They've got numbers, 3-on-1. Hesitation and finding the mark. The roller coaster ride continues off the draw. It's Riley Johnson that gets it back, wins it cleanly, and the Snipers now with possession. 8:35 to go here, second quarter, all tied at 4. Seen a little of everything here in this opening half. Some outstanding playoff lacrosse in the first of a triple header, as Lomas now with 2 men on him, not able to get that shot off with the shot clock winding down, but doing a good job of forechecking, and Lomas staying with it. And good job on a loose ball. That's going to be an 8-second count. So Garrett Lewis had no answer there for Dan Lomas as he upped the pressure, and now the nation will go to work. Big screen set there by Wayne Hill, and back of the net on the give and go, and it's 5-4 for the Snipers. Off the draw procedure called, and some boisterous fans may need a little bit of an education on the payroll here at the Arena Lacrosse League. It's not all it's cracked up to be. So with that said, 5-4 game for the Snipers, and the Steelhawks go back to work here as things getting a little testy down on the crease. Bounce shot, kicked aside by Hill, and we could see that brewing from way back as Cody McMahon so teams will be 5 aside after the coincidentals, and the Snipers now will go to work. Craig Point at the top. Laskowicz dumps it off, skip pass, Van Every swim move, curls back, looks down low, skip again, bounce shot And a beauty shot from Laskowicz. Bounce shot short side, and it's 6-4 for the Nation. Cleanly off the face-off win, and it's going to be Jake Kranz that's going to leg that over. He's going to take it in. Numbers for the Snipers. Bounce shot in the back of the net. So Jake Kranz, the defensive specialist for the Snipers in transition, beats Lucas Coote 5-hole. So a goaltender change as Lucas Coote did all he could. He's out. And I'm going to take a guess and say it's going to be Bailey Brown in 2-on-1. Austin Murphy stopped by Warren Hill. And we are going to have ourselves the officials timeout. So we had a goaltender change, but it appears to have been a wardrobe malfunction as Lucas Coote is back in, as Miller is going to bounce it over. Sorry, Warren Hill will bounce it over. Van Every will corral it. Wayne Van Every, 15 on the shot clock, kicks it out to Roger Weiss. Lomas had a notion. Laskowicz popped out just in time as Weiss now will go to work looking for a screen. Dump it. Far right side, skip pass, nice lob into Dan Lomas. Didn't work though. Coote the outlet, and the Steelhawks working one-on-one. Alec Johnson, he'll think better of it, and he'll wait for some assistance. Bad backhand pass, scooped up by Kranz. Kranz being held, he flips it back up. Good job of surveying the situation was Braden Hill, and he too will flip and retreat. Craig Point. Just under 6 minutes to go here in the second. Nation leading 7-4. Flip back. And scooped up in transition, 2-on-1. Wrong stick side, and a good move to switch it over was Curtis Conley. Don't often score from that angle, but he closes the gap now. They trail 7-5. Again, off the draw, another procedure call as two number 12s in Johnson and McCrory continue to battle in that non-visible circle that we call. As the Steelhawks now will go back to work on the right side. Kranz playing good D. Spinning out of that was Boshi, and he gets it back to the top. Gets it back. Bounce shot well wide. Rebound scooped up, almost snuck through the 5-hole. Picked up by Lomas and headman up the floor. Looking out that back door, but that's knocked down. But scooped up Van Every. And Wayne Van Every used every inch of his reach. 5:08 to go here in the opening half of quarterfinal number 1. This, of course, a triple header here of Arena Lacrosse League action. Nation get it over the timeline, do a good job was Riley Johnson. Dumps it down low, great pass, in, out, and no. Too much time taken there by Laskowicz. And the defense able to recover in time to hit the stick and force the turnover. 4:35 to go. Travis Zabalks diving through. Not able to find the net, but the Steelhawks corral the rebound, and they'll get a fresh clock as Cody McMahon will adjust, wait for a screen, and looking for that far side. Good job of using the defender as a screen, just not able to get it between the pipes, and the Nation will go to work here with 4:20 to go. Doolittle. He too is on the score sheet with a goal in the second quarter as Weiss faked the flip, then flipped it. Good move by Doolittle. Had a notion to go to the jump shot. Couldn't get it. Working down low, and things getting a tad bit ugly as you see there as Wayne Hill. So not quite sure who it was that he went after, and I don't know what he did, but I'll tell you, Hill certainly wasn't too happy. when it was blown down, and hence the reason why the Steelhawks now will go on a power play for 3 minutes here with just under 4 minutes to go here in the second. To action, looking for that give and go. Austin Murphy not able to take that pass in the middle. Good forechecking, but staying with it was Woodman. Good defense there as the Nation battle, tried to get it over to the man coming out of the back door in Laskowicz. But Steelhawks now, and they're going to have to hurry. Only have 8 seconds to get it over. That pass goes awry, but it works out well off the good Karam. And it's going to be Boshi. Boshi, wrong stick side. He dumps it off, and they're looking in the middle to Milligan. Not able to handle that. Down low, turned over. Vern Hill, big pass, looking for Krantz. Ends up with Coote, and he will send it back the other way with 3 minutes to go here in the second. Big shot right out of the back door from Milligan. And Warren Hill right there up to the task like he has been all game. Nation leading 8-5 here with 2:45 to go. Laskowicz working one-on-one on Jones Smith. Skip pass, Ian Martin looking for an opening, tried to split the D. D was too good, managed to get it back with 2 on the shot clock, and that's going to be a reset, and it's going to be Nation ball. So a fresh clock here as both penalties work their way down on the screen. Bounce shot wide off the rafters. Going to be Steelhawks possession. Cody McMahon working on the left side. Will get it back. 4-on-4 here for another 2 seconds. And the Steelhawks will go on the power play, and they do right now. 5 on the shot clock. From the top, backhand swung to the right side. Look at quick stick, and the finish. So a beautiful passing play, capped off by Dylan Hutchinson. And it's an 8-6 game in favor of the Snipers. A 2-goal game, and off the draw, Whitby's going to get another possession, and this is where momentum swings. If you spend too much time in the box, you give good teams a chance to operate with the man advantage, and with already 1 power play goal capitalized, Steelhawks looking for another. Off the rebound, Austin Murphy, great save by Warren Hill. Murphy again dipsy-doodling along that crease line, but he continues to lay in the crease. Snipers are going to come away with it, and they move it up. Minute 20 to go here in the opening half. Big shot, stopped by Coote. Pad save, Lomas. Tried to slow down the transition in Garrett Lewis, but he just bounced off, and the Steelhawks now will go to work. Looking to close the gap here, trailing by 2. Haven't got much out of Travis Zabalks here early on, as well as Austin Murphy, as that one is played away by Vern Hill. Beautiful bounce past Dan Lomas, looking inside, outside, stopped by Coote. And Lomas again, a forechecking demon, moving it up with 40 seconds to go. Not able to handle that pass. Vern Hill, too soft, had a notion, couldn't get it to him, and about a 6-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Steelhawks go to work looking for an opening. Back to the top. Everything's been way outside, and finishing and getting it done is Austin Murphy. Off the draw. Got away with a trip. It looked like coincidental trips, and we're going to get a discussion here to decide the best way to go, as it looks like a timeout is called on the play. 16.7 seconds to go here in the half. Steelhawks with possession. It'll be Austin Murphy, the league's leading scorer, that finally got on the board. And we've got ourselves a 1-goal game here as they'll let the clock wind down. Shot clock is off. And they will go for one to try to tie this one up before the half. Murphy with 5. They go to work. May have started to play a little late. And that's picked off. And Krantz rifles it down. And we've played 30 minutes here. Quarterfinal number 1. It's the the Snipers 8 and the Steelhawks 7. Good to go here as we get set to get the third quarter underway. Snipers leading this one by a goal, 8-7. And off the draw, Six Nations going to get possession and set things up. Kessler Doolittle, quick shot off the post, and that'll be a reset and a fresh 30 for the Snipers. Lomas will get it back to Craig Point at the top, and he'll swing it around to the right side. Looking for a screen and a hefty one at that point to Lomas. Another screen set. Lomas looking to dump it off. Hesitation, look far corner. Couldn't find it. Didn't touch anything. So no reset. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Good defense as it's rolled in, and Coote not able to cleanly get that rebound. Lomas again out there wreaking havoc on the forecheck, but the Steelhawks come away with it and hustle it over the timeline. Cam Milligan, good move. Right side, far corner. We're all tied, 8-8. Cam Milligan opened the scoring here in the third with his second of the game to tie this one up with 14:08 to go in the third quarter of this quarterfinal number 1. Off the draw, Steelhawks scoop it up. Austin Murphy's going to wait for the troops and go to work on offense. Boshi. Of course, Boshi was a self-taught lacrosse player with roots in South Africa. Sidearm goes wide. And that's going to be Six Nations ball down the length of the carpet. Roger Weiss will kick it back out to Danton Miller, and they'll swing it around the horn. Weiss will get it back here on the left side. Shaken Bacon one-on-one, gives the kick out. Skip pass, Laskowicz underhand, stopped by Coote. Rebound, back to Danton Miller, and he will set it up with a fresh 30. Good stick check there, and the Steelhawks force a turnover, and they now will come back the other way. Still looking for something from Travis Zabalks. Tied 8-8 here with just over 13 minutes to go in the third. Skip pass just eludes Vern Hill and comes back here to the shooter. That shot way wide by Milligan, and that'll go all the way down the length. Greg Point will set things up and skip it over. Vern Hill. Vern's tricky, very elusive. Working, looking for an opening. Had a screen from Lomas. Lomas now wide open. That shot, though, not able to tuck that by Coote as he closed the 5-hole. And the Steelhawks now will bring it back the other way. One skip pass to Murphy in the offensive end, and he'll set things up. We're at the 12:20 mark of the third. Murphy one-on-one. Good stick check, loses it. Warren Hill corrals it, and the Nation will move it up. Good spin move there by Kyle Isaacs, and the offense now to work. Big shot, just got a piece of that as Danton Miller unloaded. And now the Nation not able to field that pass cleanly, and the Steelhawks are going to go in all alone. Good transition D, 5-hole, no. Warren Hill closed that off. Back the other way. Woodman. He'll curl out, dump it off to Lomas, and he'll swing it around to Craig Point. Point hasn't had Hasn't been able to get that big shot off. Quick stick down low to Roger Weiss. It trickles wide. So a good stop there from Coot. And it's Murphy now. One-on-one with Vern Hill. Switch on that. Big overhand stop by Hill. Fresh 30 corralled by the Steelhawks. Hit the trailer. Another good save by Warren Hill. Scooped up by Vern Hill. Bounce pass, got to hurry to get it over, and they don't do it. So Dan Weiss not able to pick that loose ball up cleanly and get it over. And the Steelhawks now have possession. Boshi. And he'll move it in. Murphy, skip pass, looking for the give and go. It's gone and went. Broken stick by Sabalks. He'll have to retreat. Got away with one on a crease, and a beauty pass from Austin Murphy. So Austin Murphy being the facilitator with a beautiful pass, and they missed that ball going out of bounds on the bench. Should have been Nation's ball, as Jeff Hernandez, the recipient of that Murphy pass. And that's given the Steelhawks a 9-8 lead here as they now go back to work with 10 on the shot clock. Give and go. Murphy, good job to elude that big hit. And Vern Hill now working with numbers. Vern Hill, quick shot, steered aside by Coot. Steelhawks now have it. Got to hustle to get it over the timeline. And they move it up and get it over. They've got numbers. Big hit there. Good save from Warren Hill. So the pace has picked up as Warren Hill knocked down, and the snipers certainly take exception to that. Anytime you put your hand on a goaltender, especially one who's been as hot right now as Warren Hill's been, and they're going to protect him, and we'll let the dust settle and let you know. So when it's all said and done, it's going to be Dan Weiss that's going to spend 2 minutes in the box, and the Steelhawks are going to go on the power play, leading 9-8. 9:30 to go here in the third. Around the horn. Good skip pass down to the left crease. Bring it back, right shooter back to the top. Cocked back, stopped by Warren Hill. And a fresh 30 for the Steelhawks. Minute 30 to go in the power play. Kick back to the top. That pass goes errant. It'll be Nation ball. So the Nation now will try to kill 30 seconds here on this penalty, as Wayne Van Every will get it in the corner one-on-one. You're not going to get that ball off him. You're going to need some help. And Jones Smith is going to need to help. Good pass, swing, and a tough shot. Rebound corralled as Van Every had it momentarily. He's knocked around, gets rough in the corner, loose, and the Steelhawks come away with it. Boshi had a notion, curled out, and he's going to wait and set up the offense. 45 seconds to go in the power play. Back to the top in Milligan. Swung and a quick stick finish. So a good pass, but a better finish. Dylan Hutchinson with his second of the game. And the Steelhawks with their largest lead of this game, 10-8. Lomas, quick underhand, stopped by Coot. And Coot sends the outlet, airs it out. It's going to go off the boards. Lomas again with some good effort and chopping down trees. As again, and the Steelhawks now are going to set things up. Whitby becoming a little more composed here midway through this third quarter. Six Nations starting to become a little undisciplined. Big overhand from Cody McMahon, and we're going to have a slashing call on the play. Dan Lomas, the guilty party, guilty for chopping down trees and legs. And he will spend 2 minutes in the box as the Steelhawks power play will go back to work. 7:20 to go here. Kick down to the right side, swung back to the left. To the top in Milligan. Underhand stopped and rebound. So a fresh 30 for Boshi and the Steelhawks, and the Snipers keep the box tight. Push it out just a bit. Vernhill at the top with Jay Kranz. Swung around the horn. Boshi, Milligan, shot wide and didn't touch any of the rafters. So 10 on the shot clock, no reset. And it looked like a tough hit that Boshi took around the rib area. That shot wide and underhand reset from Murphy, and the nation now will go back. Vernhill will think better of it, pull it out. And we're watching Boshi limp off just a bit as he took a hard hit to the rib area. Hopefully he's going to be okay. Instrumental in this Steelhawks attack. Laskowitz curling out, 5 on the shot clock. Looking for an opening, goes off the defender's helmet, and that's going to be a reset. As once again, not quite sure what was exchanged. Good to go here with 33 seconds left in the Lomas penalty, as the Snipers now are going to try to work down some clock and kill a majority of it. Laskowitz working in the corner, looking to draw the double team. Draws a crowd, flips it up. Van Every waiting on it. Steelhawks, though, with possession. Albrecht gives it off, gets it back, gives it off. And a good save from Warren Hill from point blank, as Cody McMahon not able to find the back of the net. Does draw the interference call, and it will be Whitby ball here with 5:32 to go in the third. 10-8 game in favor of the Steelhawks, as they're looking here to add to that. As the penalty's over, teams are at full strength. Working that left side, looking for the skip pass, as that's interference called on the play, and for the Snipers here, trailing 10-8. So around the horn go the Snipers with Weiss, Lomas, Van Every, Point, Laskowitz. The 5 out there for the Snipers. Interchange Lomas, 15 on the shot, got dumped down low. Look, a quick stick back out. Weiss, beautiful move. Fake left, finished right, and we've got ourselves a 10-9 game. So Roger Weiss completes the hat trick and pulls his team to within a goal here, as the Steelhawks now will go to work, have to kill another full 2-minute penalty, as the Balks picked up the 4-minute, and the Snipers have already capitalized once. Steelhawks looking down low. That pass goes awry, and the nation now will lug it over the timeline in Woodman. He'll flip, and the power play unit will come back to work for the Orange. Van Every, quick pass, looking for Point. Craig Point hasn't been on the score sheet here yet in this game, and his team only trailing by 1. Point back to Lomas. Lomas sidearm, and it trickles in. So Dan Lomas, they managed to beat Lucas Coote just barely, and we're all tied at 10. Off the draw, it's going to be possession Steelhawks. And they will lug it over. So definitely a game of runs, as momentum has shifted. That's what penalties will do, take the momentum right away, as the Snipers have come back, reeled off 2 power play markers, And we're all tied now with 10. That shot goes wide. It's going to be Sniper's ball heading the other way. 3:47 to go here in the third. Danton Miller is going to kickstart the offense here. Van Every got a screen, one-on-one, skip pass again, fake the swim, bring it back out. Did Laskowicz kick it back down low. Swung around. Van Every looked a quick pass to Ian Martin. Miller, his shot goes off the screen, and that'll be Whitby possession. 3:22 to go here in the third. Boshi back out there, shrugged off that hard hit, and he's back to work on offense. He's got it down on the right side. Shooter looking for the screen and roll. Sidearm kick back out. Swinging around left side. Good defense. Being harassed out there. And doing it was Kyle Isaacs. That shot goes off Warren Hill. And they're going to come together, and no issues there as all three referees agree it went off Hill, and it'll be Whitby ball. Just under 3 minutes to go here in the third. Give and go. Murphy with a great chance, looking short side, but Warren Hill closed that door. Good job of getting it up. Vern Hill, 2-on-1 with numbers, fakes the shot. His shot over the net. Going to try to hustle around and get that. Crease called, and they're going to call back in on the play, and it's going to be Six Nations possession. Woodman to Weiss. Weiss will move it down on the left side, kicks it back out to Woodman. Woodman fakes, swim move underneath. Switch on the rotation. Good defense from Jones Smith. Sidearm from Laskowicz, is off the rafters. And with 2:18 to go in a tie game, it'll be Whitby possession. And definitely some work being done on Austin Murphy. No call on the play as it's kicked back out, and Murphy's going to shake that off. And his shot is going to go off the rafters. So no love from the officials for Austin Murphy on that possession as the Snipers went to work and slowed him down. Lomas looking for the screen. Miller on the roll, didn't have him. Fake. Martin shot, stopped by Coote. That's going to go all the way across the timeline, but no violation with 1:35 to go here in the third. Van Every will move it up to Miller. Miller swing it down low to Lomas. Lomas one-on-one, waits for the screen from Van Every. One-on-one, his stick check is a good one. So a good recovery from Dalton Landry. And now in transition, moving it up. Steelhawks, give, go. No shot, circle around, finish. So a good job from Tyler Albrecht. Minute 10 to go here in the third. And off the draw, Whitby comes away with it. And it's Murphy, hesitation move. Draws a crowd, and he'll pull it back out and wait for the trailer. Milligan, wrong stick side, thinks better of it, and he'll come all the way around. Good defense. He coughs it up. And Jake Kranz will bring it up in transition. It's got Vern Hill, dumps it off. Hill tries a slick little move. Stopped by Coote. Rebound. Another underhand, stopped by Coote. And it trickled over the goal line. So referee Mohammed Ershad right there in perfect position. So off the draw with 38 seconds to go here in the third. And it'll be Steelhawks ball as they will get it over the timeline. Chris Boshi working with 30 seconds to go. And he'll draw a crowd, curl out of the corner, and skip it. Good hands to Corral. That was Hutchinson. And they're going to wind it down about a 6-7 second differential. Game clock, shot clock. Boshi leaning in, working in the post. Tried the one-handed shot. Warren Hill's got it 5 on the game clock, and they're going to have a chance to move it up. 3, 2, going to have a quick shot. Van Every shot, stopped by Coot. So we have 3 quarters in the books, and to no one's surprise, it's the Steelhawks 11 and the Snipers 11. To no one's surprise, 45 minutes in the books, and we're all tied at 11 here. 15 to go here. We're in the 4th of a tie game. That one's picked off by Vern Hill. And Vern Hill, usually a very dangerous offensive threat, has been relegated to transition and defensive teamwork, and he's really stepped up his game in that role. Snipers working on offense, 15 on the shot clock, looking for Roger Weiss. That pass went awry, and good job by Danton Miller to turn that one around. Didn't see it initially. Hard overhand, stopped by Coot. They converge, rebound, pocketed by Cecil Montour, and the nation lead 12-11. Once again, not tied for very long as the Snipers get the go-ahead goal, and the largest margin has been 2 goals. And each team has held a 2-goal lead, briefly albeit, but a 2-goal lead nonetheless, as the Snipers now go back to work on offense. Just under 14 minutes to go. Laskowicz working in, point blank, stopped by Coot. Rebound goes to Lomas. Fresh 30 for the Snipers. They'll swing it around, and I think they'll have to let those 2 offset. Turnover by Roger Weiss, and the Steelhawks have numbers. Transition defense, they toss it back, and they'll think better of it, and they'll pull it out and let the offense go to work. Milligan will quarterback, and now Murphy will come out. Fake the shot, quick on, a beautiful overhand bounce shot that seems to be money in the bank. So Austin Murphy, league's leading scorer, his 2nd of the game. Off the draw, it'll be possession Whitby. Procedure call on Riley Johnson. And Austin Murphy now working on his wrong stick side. He will speed around and get back to the right side and set things up. And Boshi will swing it across to the left side. And nothing pretty there, as delayed penalty on the play. Cam Milligan's quarterback in this set of the power play. At the top, cocks it back, looking for some room, kicks it back out. Good fake down low, quick stick from a tough angle. And it looks like official Mike Sullivan said it may have touched the mesh on the way out, so it'll be possession to the Snipers as they'll try to kill some of this penalty with 1:30 in the penalty kill. Laskowicz, he's done a little of everything today. Offense, defense, special teams. One-on-one, he's got Jones Smith all over him. Draws the double team as Corey Upshaw in there, and they force the turnover, and the Steelhawks now will move it up with just over 1 minute to go in the power play. McMahon. Milligan, Murphy around the horn. Boshi down on the right crease. Interchange at the shooter spot. That one's wide, and had it momentarily was Isaacs, and now Jake Kranz has it. Kranz will loft it over to Van Every with 30 seconds to go in the penalty. Van Every to Danton Miller. Quick pass, and they'll move it out to Montour. Van Every 1-on-1, he'll work it in, curl out, and a little flip shot, and they corral the rebound, does Craig Point. So a fresh clock with 7 seconds left in the penalty. They'll hold it, and the teams will be back at full strength right now. So Dan Weiss and the Snipers get away with one. They kill a penalty here, and there's 10:50 to go in the fourth. Tied at 12. Craig Point hasn't found the back of the net, but Van Every does. So Wayne Van Every, when the time's right, he comes up big. So Van Every doing a good job of finding the back of the net, and ball remains loose. And the Steelhawks had it momentarily, lost it, still loose. As the battle rages on and the Snipers come away with it. Good stick check, though, and a good return stick check. And the Steelhawks now with numbers. Trailer, big save from Warren Hill. Boshi working behind the net, thinking jump shot. Curls around. And they'll set things up. Milligan. Flip pass, overhand, stopped by Hill. Outlet to Woodman. Woodman has numbers, has Hill coming out. That pass picked off. And the Steelhawks now will move it the other way with 9:40 to go in the fourth. Whitby trailing by a goal. Austin Murphy's going to set things up. Good roll to the middle, tried to duck in, did Boshi. Had it knocked away, and Warren Hill now with it will step out of the crease and move it up. Got to hurry, and they do. Ian Martin, no numbers, so he will wait for everyone to come on out. Van Every out the back door to Weiss. Weiss give and go, Van Every tiptoe around the crease. Back out, flip to Weiss. Weiss couldn't handle it. Van Every recovers. Down low, 6 on the shot clock. Turnover, and again, bad pass. But the Steelhawks will retain possession. Corey Upshaw will remain on in transition. Big shot is wide and goes off the rafters. It'll be nation ball with 8:42 to go. Woodman. Pressured, gets it over the timeline. He'll flip. And Laskowicz will work the right side, looking for a screen. Bounces out, skip pass down to the left side in Lomas. Lomas, good underhand, a quick one. Chases it down, but can't get it. Here come Whitby. 2-on-2, no numbers. Murphy slides out of the back door, but they think better of it, and they'll set up the offense. It's been a roller coaster ride as another quick underhand from Murphy. Rebound corralled. Good try by Boshi, but he too foiled by Warren Hill. Braden Hill will bring it over the timeline, and the Nation will set things up. 7:45 to go here in the fourth. On the give and go, Craig Point, no chance of getting that. Van Every defensively tried to slow him down, but here come the Steelhawks in transition with numbers. The trailer, big sidearm stopped by Warren Hill. Rebound corralled there by McMahon, and he will get it back out, and they'll work with a fresh 30. Murphy looking for an opening, was none, as Isaacs closed that door. Good defense by Vern Hill. Skip pass down low, no look pass for the quick stick. Couldn't finish, flip back out. Zabalks on the run, off the post. Goes off the rafters, and it'll stay here, and we will have an official's timeout at the 7-minute mark. So with 7 minutes to go here, it's going to be Whitby possession. Teams are at full strength, and the Snipers clinging to a 1-goal lead. No look pass from Zabalks looking for Murphy. And the Nation now will bring it back the other way. Six Nations have really keyed on Austin Murphy here in this game, holding him to just 2 goals. Lomas flips it to Van Every across the point, back to Lomas. Working the left side, we're going to screen, bounce shot well wide. Lomas chases it down. And Ian Martin, he'll come away with a shot. That can't find the mark, and it'll be Whitby ball going the other way. Just over 6 minutes to go here in the fourth. Time to be very deliberate here on offense as the Steelhawks will set things up. An important possession as we get into money time. That shot from Boshi knocked down, turned into a changeup. Hill handled it up the middle to Woodman. Woodman in transition, big save. Coot comes all the way back. Nation, though, and Vern Hill will corral it, bring it over the timeline, and they'll get a fresh 30. So goaltending standing up here on both ends, keeping their teams in it. Van Every, left corner, kicks it back out to Lomas, swung around to Laskowitz. Back to Van Every, to Point. Point, Van Every, quick shot, blocked. And Whitby now has it, and they'll bring it back the other way. Van Every with a strip and a good play. 3-on-1 here for the Snipers. And a big save from Coot. Rebound, missed the net, Van Every. Weiss will get it, and he'll pull it out, and they'll reset it with just over 5 minutes to go. Laskowicz, sidearm wide. Goes all the way down, and it'll be a violation. And it'll be Steelhawks ball with 5:03 to go. Hang on to your seat here as we head down to crunch time in quarterfinal number 1. Lance Wynn alongside JVI Productions here with a thriller. No-look pass for Murphy up the middle. That hasn't worked all game. And back the other way come the Snipers in transition. Kick pass, Lomas, underhand, stopped by Coot. Rebound. Hutchinson will bring it back, and he too has done a little of everything here today. Offense, defense, special teams out of the bench is Milligan. Looking for an opening, dumps it off. And that's off the post, so good shot from Cody McMahon. Managed to beat Warren Hill, but not the iron. And it'll be Whitby with a full clock, trailing by 1 with 4:15. They turn it over. Nation now with numbers, 2-on-1. Jake Krantz. Woodman bounce shot, stopped by Coot. So Lucas Coot has been better than good, and not sure what the call is going to be here. So potentially a costly penalty. Certainly the timing is bad with 4:05 to go here and a crucial power play for the Steelhawks. They'll work it around the horn, give everyone a touch. 20 on the shot clock. Milligan at the top, cocks it back, top corner. Cam Milligan, the hat trick, and we are all tied at 13. So off the draw, Mike Sullivan's going to call a redraw. Awful lot of crying for no reason. Both benches as things getting a little intense here with 3:49 to go off the draw. A well-executed soccer fall there. It will give Six Nations possession. Not that they weren't owed one anyway. And now they go to work on offense, tie game. Quarterfinal. Winner moves on to semifinals next week at the Toronto Rock Athletic Center. The loser, unfortunately, will catch the game. Ian Martin, in and out, in the net. Big goal by Ian Martin, his first of the game, and it's 14-13 for the Snipers. So the roller coaster ride continues as once again it's a 1-goal game, and off the draw it's loose. Steelhawks scoop it up, and it'll be Murphy on a dime, pulls it back out. Got to be very deliberate here. Trailing by a goal as the Steelhawks hustle to get their offense out there. No look pass. Swung over, swim move. Hutchinson. He's got 2 goals in this game. That no look pass, too casual. Had Boshi in the middle and the snipers are away. Vern Hill dumps it off. Down low, Rice, quick shot. Stopped by Coote. Rebound picked up, Steelhawks the other way. 2:45 to go here in the fourth. Looking in the middle, quick shot, stopped by Warren Hill. Used every inch to keep that from trickling over the goal line. And now it's going to be Van Every, comes all the way over to get that and snap pass across to Weiss on the left side. They'll work it around. Craig Point. Be a good time for Point to get an extra one as he's mauled cutting through the middle. Laskowicz looking for Van Every, back out, and that's intercepted by Coote. And he sends the outlet pass, and the Steelhawks now will move it up over the timeline. Brandon Turner. That pass, Boshi couldn't handle it, goes into the Raptors with 1:58 to go here in the fourth. Snipers clinging to this 1-goal lead. Van Every down low to Weiss. They're glad to have Roger Weiss back in the lineup. Only played a few games this year for this team as they had a big turnaround mid-season. Wayne Van Every, he's been a mainstay on the orange. Danton Miller, his quick shot stopped by Coote. Rebound, Miller, Coote, but he's harassed. And Coote manages to land the lob, and it'll come back the other way with 1:20 to go. Steelhawks trailing by a goal. Good hustle to get over the timeline. Got to go to work now. Time not on Whitby's side. They're going to work it around. That shot from Boshi goes off a defender's leg, off the rafters, and it'll stay here. Fresh clock for the Steelhawks. Boshi, harassed by Vern Hill, dumps it off. Milligan curling around, looking on the run. Quick shot, steered away by Warren Hill. Rebound, loose. Steelhawks get it. Under a minute to go now, here in the fourth. Come away with it, looking for a cutter. Survey, bodies everywhere, goal! Beautiful goal. Cody McMahon with his second of the game. So a crucial face-off here with 47 seconds left, won by the Nation, and they turn it over, and a timeout is called on the play. And you called timeout, it's a timeout. So stop crying about everything. Possession, Whitby. And we will be back after this quick timeout. So set the stage, 44 seconds here. Steelhawks with possession. And they're going to go to work. Defense ramped up for the Snipers. One-on-one. Milligan curling around, bounce shot, wide, rebound, in the back of the net again. Cody McMahon, you talk about clutch, completes the hat trick. So, boy, oh boy, quite the finish here as we're not done yet, 30 seconds left. And if you thought the last face-off was crucial, this one even more so with Brandon Turner and Riley Johnson. And the officials will be keeping a very close eye and make sure there's no violation off the draw. Won cleanly by the Snipers. Jake Kranz, and a timeout called on the play by the Nation. 25.9 seconds to go here. Nation with possession, trailing by a goal. Roger Weiss at the top. Craig Point overload on the right side. Van Every out there. Point to Weiss. Van Every. Back up to the top. Lomas, bounce shot wide, and it goes in the rafters, and it will be possession to Whitby with 9.7 seconds. All hands down now. Snipers are going to have to pressure. And it's dumped out, and Vern Hill had it for a moment. 5 seconds on the clock. Boshi and Austin Murphy with the dagger with 1.6 seconds to go. Don't think it's going to be enough time for the Snipers, and it's not. So that is going to be a final, quarterfinal number 1 in the books. The Nation fall to the Whitby Steelhawks, who advance to a spot in next week's semifinal at the Toronto Rock Athletic Center in Oakville, Ontario. We will see you for Game 2 coming up. It's the Oshawa Outlaws, the defending champs, taking on the St. Catharines Shockwave.